Welcome to our, I guess this is the fourth nor'easter storm today, and we're shooting a project we just completed, which I think is a great one, of a 2-bedroom, big transformation for this, I suppose it's a built in the early 70s, maybe late 60s apartment on Sutton Place South. And what was, when we cut in here to show you what this looked like as a before, this was really chopped up, and it's a combination of problems between the height of the ceiling that's dictated by plumbing lines and other things that we just couldn't get rid of. But there was a lot more to it, so we stripped it back to try to open up the space. We moved walls over to make room for a real foyer. We had to bring 100 amp, all new electrical up, but we brought it from another apartment on this line over into this little nook area. We're gonna finish the wallpaper we had. Unfortunately, the owner was short in terms of the quantity, but we'll come in and we'll finish the wallpaper that'll come around this area and end here. So we added a closet. We had another closet here. We've changed all the doors and moldings to make it integrated. Refinished the existing floors, which I think made a huge improvement. This door and this closet actually would allow us to adjoin the studio next door. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and we had hoped that we would be able to acquire the studio next door, but didn't happen. So maybe sometime in the future we will. We dropped the ceiling, changed the ceiling everywhere because we wanted to add recessed lighting, and that's a 2-inch ceiling. It's the thinnest ceiling we can do and run all the electric lines through here. And along the way in doing that, besides cleaning up and taking out the bookcases that were here and adding new moldings everywhere, we do my classic through-the-wall P-tax with built-in units that are traditional with a bigger, this is an organic white Caesar stone countertop, and it's larger because we had to accommodate the existing metal sills, so we couldn't take them out. So basically, this is 1.25 inches, and we built it up so that we could solve the problem. And we have Hunter Douglas 4-inch silhouettes that are coming in that are wired. Each window is wired, so we'll have the best of all worlds for that, which will be in next week, and we'll cut in the finished photos for that when they're shot next week. But as we get to this stage and talk about the kitchen, we actually had to move this wall over, and that was kind of a challenge because, well, it turned out to be the right thing to do because we really needed to have a wider kitchen so that we could walk through it, and this couple cooks a lot. But we had the existing electrical run, so we had to move the breaker panel. Breaker was in there originally, and we have this kind of alarming challenge with the neighbor above. There's a terrace over this dining room alcove, and that bay window has a leak from above, and we are yet to be able to get the neighbor, the building, this is a co-op, has yet to be able to get the neighbor to allow us to get in, or them to get in really, to solve the problem. And so we have this lovely eyesore until we can finish it, which is unfortunate. But once it's done, we're back. We took advantage of the move space and not having enough room by adding that dining room area to be tied into the kitchen, and also adding a pantry that's made out of the same style door in the White Dove paint, so that's matching the color of all the trim. And that gives them an enormous amount of flexibility with more storage. We added an entrance into the kitchen through here, so we have a good flow. And we actually did a completely custom door that I just love. It's really kind of a bit more contemporary for a traditional door, but has a wonderful feeling. And this blue, I'm very, very excited about the blue that they tribute to Wendy. She loved this color, and I think it was spot on and beautiful on this snowy day, but beautiful on any day. It changes the color, and we love mixing it with the right graining, and this is a silestone Calcutta countertop with a brick joint this is really lovely mosaic from Artistic Tile. Tied in the details around the window. We changed the window so that it would open up the space, because before I think there was some sort of air conditioner in here. And I do my custom bridge with the task lighting over the sink because it's really, I think, important. And my crown detail is sort of a signature detail of mine that I love to add to give a little bit more structure to how we tie in the crown. We've matched the crown throughout the home, so it's really finished to the nines. They did a dual fuel thermador, which is lovely. One of our favorites here is to have the drawer microwave, because I struggle to find the button, but we think it's great. And their main home is over in New Jersey. So for what is their pied-à-terre, I think it's lovely. We're still finishing painting, touch-up, so all the plates will go back after we finish the last round of painting, because we're in the middle of doing all that. So you can see as we walk through, this is going to have a great little dining room area and 2 big upholstered chairs here, so they can really hang out and enjoy the city. Even though they spend a lot of time elsewhere, I think it becomes a great home away from home, clearly. So we're going to head back to the back now and talk about the bedroom suite. One of the things that I think is important is we, of course, besides integrating all the hardware, we changed the front door so when you come in, you see this beautiful French door, and then basically have a hall, and that's different wallpaper, but it's the entrance to the bedroom suites. Master is on the left, and the guest accommodations let's take a look at the hall bath first, is on the right. So this is always such a mess. And when we cut in our before pictures, you'll see I love integrating the color, grounding the floor in dark. Love having the gray vanities. I mean, it just makes such a huge difference. And we had the unfortunate problem with our contractors. Sometimes they are just terrible, not meant to happen, but accidents happen, and we gashed this poor vanity, so we literally had to refinish it on site, which was not fun. We had another situation come up with the mirror here, and it has to do with the piping behind it, and we wanted originally to have a medicine cabinet, but we couldn't. So instead, the client got a beveled mirror, didn't think about how we should really deal with it, and I just decided that the pencil design of finishing the mirror as a frame was how we could easily integrate it into our bath. This is, again, another lovely detail to have porcelain that looks just like marble. We have our Soissons tub. We are working with roll in this. This is a cast iron tub. And added, I think it's the Holborn line of roll, which is one of my favorite new traditional types of styles of rolls, faucets, and included the grab bar for when we're older, and of course the cubby, classic cubby, so that we can put things away. Radiant heat thermostat on the wall, but it's really quite spectacular. And you'll see in continuing the themes of the neutrals and the light grays, it's really a great change from what it was like before. In this wing, we have the access to the guest bedroom, which I talked about. We put in the wall-to-wall carpeting everywhere with, this is a great wool carpeting from Maslin. Kind of looks like a Berber, but it's a little bit softer than that. With our closets all have the lights that come on once you open them. We still have boxes here that are really all of our Hunter Douglas blinds that'll be installed next Wednesday. So we still have the window company that's so delayed in finishing the turnaround that window, so that'll all be done anyway soon. So let's go see the master bedroom. So in this room, we really, besides changing the closet configuration, didn't change the room configurations very much. We moved the walls in the kitchen, but we took advantage of what we had here, had the carpet laid so that we only had one cut, which you can't see, and we added mirrors to our closet doors because they really make a huge difference. So both bedroom closet has a mirror. Again, all of our built-ins through the wall, heating and air conditioning units in each room. That's the one on the bay windows. This is one of their radiators, and it's with an angled flush mount grill, so it's easy to use. We changed this window too because it was broken, I think. But the master, what we did is we moved the door opening forward, and we used, again, porcelain, and it's just beautiful with sleek concrete Caesar stone to match. And again, we went with a pure white to tie in the fixtures with this, and had trouble with the plumbing, but in terms of converting a tub to a shower, but we managed to get around that somehow. I think the shower is still 29 inside, so it's really quite lovely. It has a 3-shelf niche there, has our radiant floor heating, and I think a lovely window with a view. Out here you don't have buildings bearing down on you, so I think it's a great spacious feeling apartment facing west, and it gets a ton of sunlight actually, but with the details about the Schluter's finishing corners with the bullnose on the top, and again I think we achieved our signature, which is every detail is finished to perfection, and it reflects exactly I think what the owner wanted. So we'll say ciao for now and see you on the next.